This program contains true stories of rescues. All of the 911 calls you will hear are real. Whenever possible, the actual people involved have helped us reconstruct the events as they happened. Bob and Doris Hart had lived in the same house in the suburbs of Indianapolis, Indiana for 12 years. Each day usually began with the same comfortable routine. But on the morning of March 28th, 1991, their lives took an unexpected and shocking turn.
Approximately 7:10 in the morning. Mrs. Hart was upstairs in the shower.
Mom, wake up. Someone's at the door.
Okay, honey. Okay, I'm coming. Hi,
Hey,
what's happening?
Good morning, sir. Is David home?
No.
Mr. Hart advised Dave doesn't live here anymore. He had a cap on it that said police.
Think I could use the phone?
Sure, come on in. No
All right.
problem.
Back it up!
Be calm. Take it easy.
Quiet.
Dave, there's nobody here but me. Nobody here but me. Nobody here but me. Nobody here but me and my wife. And don't hurt anybody. I don't hurt either one.
We need the money.
911, what emergency are you reporting?
North Meridian. Someone's downstairs with my husband, and I heard him hollering, "Don't hurt me and Doris." Please get somebody.
Okay, ma'am, stay on the line with me. Do you have any idea who it is?
Please hurry.
Okay, we will. We'll be en route. Stay on the line with me. If there's...
Who is? No. Oh, he's breaking the door down. The police is on the way.
He's what?
The police is on the way. Please. Ow! I'm not calling.
Cars north, an intruder in the residence. Ma'am? God.
128 can divert.
The call was transferred to Marion County Sheriff's Dispatcher Mike O'Day.
I've had residence robberies where the people have already been gone, but never while it's actually still going on in the residence.
Want me to go ahead and divert or start or keep on going to the Colts complex? Divert. Okay.
When Deputy Ted Cassidy heard about the intruder, he was just 7 blocks from the scene.
As I got to about 82nd Street on Meridian, dispatch hit me back again and said that they'd just received a panic alarm from that same residence. At that time, I shut down all my siren and my red lights, and I started looking for numbers on the mailbox.
Dispatch, I've got a black Monte Carlo pulling out at a higher rate of speed northbound on Meridian Street. I want to attempt to stop it.
When the car came right across in front of me, the thought ran through my mind, I'm at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I think he's going to run from me. He is. 10-4.
We disregarded all stop signs. He had no intentions of stopping for anything.
We're still eastbound. 10-4.
And I was trying to find out the direction they were going so I could have other cars and try to get a route for them to go.
I'd be a fool if I didn't say I wasn't scared. You can be killed in a car crash just as easy as you can be shot. I was scared to death. we were running probably 65 mile an hour.
Southbound on Whitcomb.
10-4.
136, 180.
The gentlemen in the car were lost. They had no idea where they were going. I really believe that if he had have known where he was going, we would have probably been going faster than we were.
Eastbound back on 82nd Street again. They're bailing out on me, dispatch. One of them is.
10-4.
He's got on camouflage pants and blue jean jacket.
I've never seen anybody jump from a moving car like that except on TV. And they can do anything with TV. This is a school day. We have children standing out on the streets waiting for the bus. That was my biggest fear through the whole chase, was that one of these kids was going to step out into the roadway and get hit by him.
On College, northbound.
I saw one of our cars coming southbound on College.
Put your hands where I can see them. Step out of the car. Turn around, put your hands up on top of the car. Step back and spread them.
Apprehension made at 7:20.
While the first suspect was being positively identified, the search for the second suspect intensified. The Indianapolis police were also alerted to be on the lookout for the suspect.
10-4 units on perimeter, use caution.
Sheriff's Department canine units combed the neighborhood where the suspect had last been seen. A radio traffic reporter heard about the search on his scanner and broadcast a description of the man.
What we're looking for is a white male about 5'11" with brown hair, a blue jean jacket and camouflage pants who bailed out of a car that was being pursued by the police following an attempted residence robbery. And if you see anyone suspicious, do call the Marion County Sheriff's Department. But this one subject is still at large, back in a couple. Big John Gillis, WIBC Air Traffic Control.
When we continue.
Yeah, we had a report about a white male that looked pretty suspicious.
Where's he at? I mean, this is an emergency. I've got to know where he's going.
Yeah, this is Barb at North Security. We had a report from YMCA here at 8400 Westville Boulevard about a white male about 5'7" or 5'8" with camouflage pants and a jean jacket that looked pretty suspicious.
Where's he at?
Okay, they said he just got into a yellow cab at the YMCA. They just left at 8400 Westfield Boulevard. Just got into the cab not more than 30 seconds ago. The cab number is 518.
518? Do you have any direction of travel?
No, they said they just got into it.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
I was just kind of standing there observing because I was rather anxious to find out if this was the one that jumped from the car from us.
Which direction is he going?
Dispatcher O'Day immediately called the Yellow Cab Company.
Yellow cab.
This is Marion County. I need to find out where your cab 518 is going.
518?
Yeah, he just picked up a subject at 8400 Westfield Boulevard, and that subject matches the description of someone we're looking for that was involved in a residential robbery that occurred about 2 hours ago. Matter of fact, he matches the description to a T.
You don't want him to...
No, I don't want that other guy to hear it. See if you can just ask him for his destination, because you have another run for him or something.
518? 518? He can't respond.
I mean, this is an emergency. I've got to know where he's going.
Okay, let's do it again. 518? 518? He's on the phone right now.
Good.
518? Hi. Where did you just take this gentleman? Is this gentleman is still in your cab? He's still in the cab.
Apparently he had a car phone. They got the number of his car phone, and then I in turn called the cabbie. department. I just want you to act normal, act like you're talking to me as a buddy, okay? Okay. Are you guys going south?
Yeah.
Okay, are you on Washington or Westfield Boulevard?
Washington.
50th and West Washington? Okay, cars are at 50th and Washington Boulevard. 50th and Washington Boulevard. You're at 45th?
Well, going 46 down here.
Okay.
It's going to take a while for me to get down where I'm going.
He's at 46th and Washington Boulevard at this time. Does this guy have shoulder-length blonde hair, brown hair? Without being... Don't worry about it. You can't see it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Is he by himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're still going south?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I've got you here on my map. You're at
34th Street, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're down 34th Street?
Yeah.
He's now advising at 34th and Washington Boulevard.
Units from around the city converged on the area, including Officer Ron Brezek.
I noticed a cab coming towards me. It was headed southbound on Washington Boulevard. I thought it was probably the cab.
Somebody stopping you?
Both of you, put your hands up where I can see them.
In the back of my mind, I was thinking it could be either one of them. I didn't put it past the suspect to have switched seats with the driver. I looked at the driver. He didn't fit the basic description as well as the passenger did.
Side of the car. Slide over. Hands on top of your head, on top of your head. On the ground, on the ground.
Bernard Lewis was driving cab 518 that day.
So I heard him kind of whimper in the back, kind of low voice. When they was hollering at him to get out, pointing them guns, I heard him say something like, "Who, me?"
Adam 128 Control, we have apprehension of the subject in yellow cab. Got him.
We got him.
Anytime you get a pursuit and you're a dispatcher, your adrenaline just flows, and anytime you can make apprehension on it, that's just more or less icing on the cake.
Two suspects pleaded guilty to robbery and 3 other charges and were sentenced to 15 years. 3 months after the incident, Bob and Doris Hart have gone on with their lives, but they've made a few changes.
We put in an intercom system, and unless we know you, you do not get the door opened. We ask you who you are and what your business is. But it does give you second thoughts of probably about everything that you do.
I don't know. I just have all the praise in the world for 911 now because, you know, I feel like they have enriched our lives because if they hadn't have been here, well, I was scared that I was going to be killed. That's what I was afraid of.
This is a proven fact. With this case, 911 works. You know, use it. We will be more than glad to help you.
Next.
I yelled my command stop as soon as they took off, but they would not stop. I knew that without help, there was no way in the world that I could find my little girl.
On Christmas Eve of 1991 in North Pole, Alaska, Rick Bourne decided to take his 3-year-old daughter, Ashley, for a ride on the family's dog sled, as they've done so many times in the past. He had no idea that this time would be so different.
Okay, Ashley, now I want you to be really careful, okay? And listen to what Daddy says.
My husband loves dog sledding. He is just a fanatic.
You gotta be a good girl and be careful.
I get a little paranoid about him taking Ashley out. There's too many things that could happen.
On that afternoon, it was 5 degrees below zero.
I'll get these dogs hooked up and we'll go mushing today.
Normally, I'd anchor the dogs off when I hook them up, so if they ever decided to take off, they're anchored down. But the dogs have always set in their spot, so that day I decided not to use it.
Come on, girl.
Usually when you hook up the team, it usually goes fairly smooth, but that day, for some reason, they were a little jitterish. I should have picked up on that.
Stop! Stop!
I yelled my command stop as soon as they took off, but they would not stop. I just watched the sled pull away from me. I could hear Ashley screaming the whole time. She was yelling at the dogs to stop, and then she was yelling for Daddy to help, and I just felt so helpless. Being as cold as it was, my hair froze and my face froze.
Rick kept searching without finding any sign of the sled. More than 30 minutes went by.
The thought of her dying ran through my mind. It was a horrifying thought, but they were heading down in an area where there were so many different trails that just go for so many miles. I knew that without help, there was no way in the world that I could find my little girl.
Sean Aldrich and Brett Lewis, two off-duty medics, happened to be snowmobiling in the area that day.
We got down the trail about approximately 2 miles. This man comes running straight at me.
I have a runaway dog team. I need your help. My little girl's in the back.
I'll take it on.
The man told me that the dog team had got about a 45-minute jump on us, so I knew we had to cover some ground. We had to act quick. If she wasn't found within an hour to an hour and a half or so, the girl could have died. The temperature takes its toll real quick. We were doing speeds about 72 to 75 miles an hour because up here the sun dumps real quick. And once that happens, there's no light at all.
The first sign we saw of Ashley was a sleeping bag. The first thing that came through my mind was, oh my God, she's dead, because the sleeping bag was not moving. But there was nothing in the sleeping bag, and at that point, I really didn't know what to think, but that she was gonna freeze to death. When it's that cold, you don't just start getting cold and you feel numb. The coldness bites into you. You can feel it just biting you. It's like a burn. It really hurts. I knew Ashley had been hurting really bad at that time.
I was behind Brett, and I saw the little girl waving her arms.
It was a great relief to see Ashley. I just wanted to hold her. And then the next thing that was through my mind was, well, let's see how much damage we have here.
You okay, Ashley? Are you okay? You're cold?
When I first got to the little girl, she was as cold as a popsicle. Her hands were pretty cold, and her arms were shaking in the air. It was hard to tell if she was shivering at that point because she was so excited about seeing her father.
What's your name?
Let's get going. Okay. You guys go ahead and take her back to the truck and get her warmed up, and I'll head down.
I made a quick assessment of the little girl's injuries, and I did notice frostbite on her cheek, and it looked like she might have had some on one of her hands.
Yeah.
They rushed Ashley back to where Rick had left his truck, and he took her home. Brett decided to search for the missing team of dogs.
I found a trail that turned off to the right, another trail, and I got onto it, and it dumped right out onto the railroad tracks. And I looked down the tracks, and the dogs were running down the center of the tracks. I tried to get my snow machine up alongside of them because they're running too fast for me to jump off and catch them. Finally, I got one hand on the sled and jumped from my snow machine, and the dogs felt the weight of me and slowed them down, and they stopped.
Helping me find my daughter was a top priority. Helping me track down my dog team was beyond what you would expect from a normal person.
All right. Thanks a lot.
I don't feel I'm a hero. I do feel that it was fortunate that Brett and myself happened to be in the area.
couldn't have made it without you guys. It's you guys' help.
The main thing was that Ashley was okay, and it was a pretty good Christmas present.
Hey, want to get a match?
3-year-old Ashley Bourne did suffer some frostbite, but within a week it was completely healed. In the tiny village of North Pole, Alaska, one family discovered that year that Christmas wishes really can come true.
Very good, Ashley. You're doing so good. You're doing good.
We got a special Christmas gift that year. We got our daughter's life. She just fills the room with love. When you're around her, you just automatically love Ashley. If she wasn't here, it would break my heart not to have her with us now. I can't picture my life without Ashley.
Go.
We still go out sledding. She still likes to. And she still yells her commands at the dogs after I do. But she's always quick to remind me to anchor the sled before she gets in the basket.
I like to go on my dog sled with my daddy. Because I love go dog sledding. And because I love my daddy.
Step out of the car, please.